the replies. Let me tell you, my back is in bits. I'm probably not going to share that. Age 58, they need to go. Dress up like a Playboy bunny. Will there be more House of Sims? Right, thanks, bye. How did you get casted for Towie? Do you enjoy being single, or like the type of guys that I date, you're barking up the wrong tree? Hey guys, as promised, I'm here doing the Q&A. I posted it on my story and asked you guys to send me some questions. I think that was last week, and I screenshotted the replies. Also did it quickly again today just to get any last questions. So I've got some more recent ones on there as well. So I'm going to get through as many of these as possible and spill the tea. Thanks for tuning in, and to anyone who's supported my vlog so far, which will be a new one on Sunday, thank you, thank you, thank you. So the first question, will you ever live in the USA again? Right, so I actually don't class myself as living in England. I actually left LA in June last year because I bought a house because I decided we needed a base, me and Maddie, when I say we, here in England. I had all my stuff in storage, and every time I come home to visit, I didn't have anywhere to stay. And when I was away, probably 3 to 4 months, I'd start getting a bit homesick, and I really needed to come back and be around my family and my friends and just have home comforts, British food and British TV, and I don't know, I really wanted to just spend some time here, and I knew that I would divide my time between here and anywhere that I lived. I'm always gonna want to come home. I think that's just a really natural feeling. At the moment, I'm in the process of going back to America. I've got all of my apartment in storage in Los Angeles at the moment, and I'm almost finished this house. I've almost finished doing this now. I've just got to do the garden, and there's some finishing touches. This week I'm working on doing my office, which I'm going to vlog and show you start to finish what I do in there. Really excited to have an actual desk to sit at, because let me tell you, at 40 my back is in bits sitting at the dining room table. Anyway, I've gone off course. So the answer is yes, I will be living in the USA again. The next question, where in Essex did you do your renovation? To be honest with you, I'm probably not going to share that information. Sorry, it's just, I don't know. We don't need to know exactly where in Essex, do we? Next question, what is your eye colour? The prettiest I've ever seen. Oh my God, cute. My eye colour is actually hazel. And if I wear like a red or a reddy brown, or if I've been crying, my eyes go like a sagey green. And then sometimes they go like a more of a darker brown, but my actual eye colour is hazel. So I've got a question here, a makeup one. Age 58, is it still okay to wear colour on eyes? I just feel like age is just a number, and you should do exactly what you want to do in life. Honestly, if I would have listened to people who had a problem with my age, I would not have done half of the things, even more than half. I wouldn't have done anything. When I first joined Towie, I was 29, which now I obviously think is extremely young. At the time, I was working with people in their 20s, early 20s. And the biggest dig, I suppose, that I used to get on social media was people calling me old. And I did get a bit of a complex about it for quite some time. I started feeling like I had to kind of hold back because I was 29 and the others were 20 odd. But now, looking back, I'm like, what the hell? How can you call someone who's 29 old? I think that's extremely young, actually. And I'm really glad that is when I started doing reality TV, because I would have hated to have done it at 20 and then 10 years later only just be in my 30s now and being a bit like, huh? So, yeah, I think that 29 was a good age to start out. And I still was very young in my mind, regardless of my age. So when it comes to colour on the eyes, makeup, fashion, life choices, career choices, hairstyles, whatever it is, age is just a number. Do whatever you want. Don't ever wonder, is it too old? It's never too late and it's never too old. Do what you want. That is my answer to that. Don't take any notice of social media or any negative vibes. If anyone thinks that you shouldn't be wearing blue eyeshadow at 58, they need to go. Right, thanks, bye. Next question. How did you get casted for Towie? So, Towie. The backstory is my best friend Ellie, she was working for Simon Webb as a PA, and she at the time was living with me, and she overheard a conversation about this new show that was going to be the equivalent of The Hills, but the Essex version. And she always used to say to me that I should be on TV. Back then I was completely wild, so I can understand why she used to say that. So she said, I'm going to get the phone number for you. I was interested, but I was really like scared because I had Maddie, and she was only 5 at the time, and I wasn't sure if it was the right time. There wasn't a lot of reality to go by back then. We only really had like Big Brother, I think might have been the only one, and then The Hills. There wasn't many reality TV shows around there for me to kind of judge from. And I realised with Big Brother back then, they were either really loved or really hated, and I knew that my personality, it could have gone wrong, and I was thinking, I don't know if I fancy all that. She actually got the phone number, and then we was in my place in Buckhurst Hill at the time, and she just called the number, and then you're like, she just went like that to the phone, and I was like, hello. I remember like having pure anxiety. I'd never spoken to anyone in TV before at that point, and I spoke to a producer, Sarah Dillistone, who actually, after one season of Towie, moved to Made in Chelsea and made that show, so I didn't actually get to work with her. But she basically asked to meet me in the King William in Chigwell. I went and met her, had some wines, and she asked me to send her a bit of a weekly diary of like what I'd been up to that week. This went on for a little while. At the time I was a Playboy bunny, and I was working weekends in France. And she basically, after a few months, contacted me and said, we've got a channel. It's a really good channel. I can't tell you which one it is. And we'd like to have you on the show. But she said you'd have to leave your job because we need you here. At the time, it was filming 7 days a week. You could get called anytime. And I was like a single mum, and I was thinking, I really like my job. My job was to like go away at weekends and dress up like a Playboy bunny and get drunk, basically. That was my job. So I was like, I don't know about this. I actually ended up turning it down, and she did try to convince me, and the more she tried to convince me, the more I pulled back. So then I was thinking, why does she want me to do this so much? And then I started having my negative thoughts and thinking it was a bad move. So I turned it down and said, I'm not doing it. Anyway, with that, time went by, the first episode come out. Obviously I cringed like the rest of the nation and was really grateful that I didn't go on the TV show. But after that, a few months later, I was still trotting through the airports, having to go to France. And although I was getting paid to party, it was long hours. It was long flying back and forth from France. I was exhausted. And I remember going through the airport, and I see all the magazines, all the covers were all of the Towie stars at the time, and they were doing red carpets, and it looked so glam. And I remember I was in Luton Airport, and I thought, shit, I've really messed up. I've really, really messed up. I should have taken that opportunity. Anyway, after a little while, I did try to reach back out to Sarah, who had then left to go to Made in Chelsea. And I thought, that's it then. I've missed the opportunity. I've missed the boat. And also the way I kind of stepped back from it, I wasn't like overly professional. So I thought, that's it. There's no way. And that said, when they come to film season 2, they reached out to somebody who knew a friend of mine and asked for my phone number and called me up, and obviously I was like really happy. And they said, look, we're contacting all the people that didn't do season 1 to see if they want to do season 2. Are you interested? And I was like, yes. And then from then on, it was like lots of phone calls, lots of research. They never actually said you've got it. They never said to me you've got the job. They just called me and done all of these phone calls. I went in, done all my meetings, done my psych check and signed all the contracts and stuff, but no one actually ever said you've got the job. And then filming come around, myself and Joey, we both had no idea that we'd both been cast for the show, because back then it was so secretive, you wasn't allowed to tell anybody, and we didn't tell a soul. So it was really funny when we realised that we were both doing Towie. That was it. And then I started filming, and the weeks went by and the months went by and the years went by, but never did anyone actually say you got the job. It was funny, actually. So that's how Towie come around. I was lucky. Fave makeup brand. Been a fan of you since Towie. Love you. Thank you. Appreciate that. That was from Ella. So my favourite makeup brand, oh, that's really hard because I've got different favourite brands for different makeup, if that makes sense. But I'll list a few of my all-time favourites that I always go back to. One of them being It Cosmetics. I'm obsessed with their CC cream. The foundation is brilliant. I've used that for absolutely years. My favourite mascara brand is Iconic London, although lately I've been using Tower 28 as well, but Iconic London's mascara is like 10/10. Who else do I love? At the minute I'm obsessed with Wonder Skin. I really, really love their lip products, and they've got a powder out, like their stuff's really good. That's what I'm wearing on my lips at the moment. Love Charlotte Tilbury. Who else do I love? I like this brand at the moment, but it's more of like a natural, it's more skincare, but they do CC creams, but I'm wearing that under my eyes at the moment, and that's Iborium. It's brilliant, the eye stuff, I love it. It's really hard to just pick one favourite brand because I have favourites for different things. Next question, what's the best for basics? I am 40 and never wore makeup because I'm always working. Okay, so best for basics, I would say some of the things that I just listed in the last question. It Cosmetics CC cream, it's a foundation that can be built up into full coverage. It's really, really good. I would definitely suggest the Emborium CC eye cream and the Skin Hero eye, brilliant. Wonder Skin for lips, amazing. It doesn't budge. The lip liner, the lip stain and the lip gloss is amazing. For powder, I would say Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter powder. That's really, really nice. Mascara, Iconic London, brilliant. And yeah, I think that would probably get you off to a really good start. Okay, so one of the biggest questions that I got was, will there be more House of Sims? Unfortunately not. I don't really know what to say about that. Okay, next question. Do you enjoy being single or prefer to be in a relationship? This is a tricky question because I used to think that I would prefer to be in a relationship, but there's a lot of reasons why I'm not. So I would like to be in a relationship, but only if I was head over heels in love, infatuated, you know, like magic, because I feel like a lot of women, especially my age, they want a relationship because they want children. Some want it because they want security. Some people just don't like being on their own. But for me, I like being on my own. I actually enjoy my own time, and I'm very content on my own. That sounds really weird, I know, but that is just genuinely how I feel. I don't look for love. I don't go out of my way to find it. I noticed there's another question in here saying, do you want more children? No, I do not want any more children and have no plans to have any more. I know you can never say never, but I am 43 and I'm single. And Madison's about to be 20 next month. I think I would really find it difficult to go through a pregnancy and having a newborn baby. Even if I met the love of my life tomorrow, I think I'd find that really hard. So the answer to more children is no. And the relationship part of it, I like being on my own. I've already got my daughter. I was blessed to have her. And I don't need a man for security. So taking away them kind of things, which I do feel like some people, not judging at all because I get it, might want to be in a relationship for them reasons. I purely would be in a relationship because it like adds to my life, and I'd have to be really in love to share a home with a man. I'm going to be honest. I like things how I like it. I like doing what I want. I like watching what I want on the TV. This is a no sports house. I don't watch anything. The Olympics, football, the whatever it is, World Cup. I can't stand it. I don't have it on in my house. It's like, this is a really female driven house. It's cozy, it's clean, it's pretty. Like I just love how me and Madison live, and I like not answering to anybody. I remember when I was with Maddie's dad, it wasn't a bad thing, but you know, like when you're in a relationship, you have to compromise and communicate. And I remember I would always rush to be home at 3 o'clock every day because I'd have to get back and do dinner before he got home from work. And when we broke up, at first I used to still have this weird panic to get home for 3 o'clock. And then I realised actually I could do what I want. And I loved it. Not picking up after somebody. not all men, because obviously, especially in this day and age, like the roles have kind of changed. But I do feel like the type of guys that I date, like, are looking for another mum, and I'm just not here for that. I've got my child. I don't need another one, thank you. Especially one that I didn't bloody give birth to, is meant to be my husband. And I remember, like, a while back, I was out and this guy was like chatting me up, and he said something like, you know, like, I just really want to meet like a really like down to earth girl, and when I'm on my way home I want to be able to ring her and she puts my bath on and like does the dinner. And I was like, just letting you know, you're barking up the wrong tree if you think that's what you're getting with me. I ain't running your bath, hun. What do you mean run your bath? What's the matter with your arms? Yeah, that really like icked me out. I just about want to do my own housework and pick up after myself. I don't really want to be picking up after someone else, having to cook and clean for them, having to answer to them. It's just, I don't know, I'm just really happy how I am. If I met somebody and I was like completely in love, and that has happened a few times in my life, I could bend the rules, I'm not gonna lie. I could run a few baths. Right now I haven't met him, and believe it or not, I don't go out very much, so I don't even know how I will meet somebody, because I don't really leave my house. Even when I was in LA, it might have looked like I was out a lot, but I actually had a lot of time where I was just home. And I thought I might meet somebody in my building, because I lived in a really bougie building, and there was like loads of flash cars outside, and there was like hot men walking around. But I didn't. I'm not looking. So he's going to have to look really hard to find me. I enjoy being single. I'd like to think that I will meet somebody and have my wedding and my fairy tale. But I think I'm at a point in my life now where I'm okay if that doesn't happen. I'm just more interested in security for me and Maddie and living our lives to the fullest. I love that she's the age she is, because it's like having a best mate, like a real best mate you can 100% trust and do fun shit together. I love it. Not a question, but I'm loving your YouTube vlogs. Woohoo! I love that for me. I'm so happy people are enjoying them, because I'm actually really enjoying making the vlogs. I've wanted to do this for about 7 years, and I did try to do it years ago when I had my salon. I did makeup content, but I was having someone help me film it, then somebody else editing it, and realistically no one can edit your stuff, because they're never gonna know what's in your mind. They're not gonna know what you want to keep in and what you don't, and all of that. So now that there's all these apps available, I use CapCut to edit my vlogs. Now I can actually film my stuff, edit it and put it out. So I'm really enjoying doing it, and I've been learning loads along the way. It hasn't been easy, I'm not gonna lie, the amount of equipment that I've bought and the amount of research and mistakes, but I feel like I've got it together now. So yeah, somebody's asking me about my lip liner. It is the Wonder Skin in the picture that I posted on Instagram they're referring to, but it's this one. It's called Nutmeg, and it's the Wonder Skin lip liner. I'll tag it below. What tan do you use? A few people have asked this. I jump around. I use U-Tan, the water spray, for my face with a little brush. I love that. I've used that for years. And then for my body, I go between the dark Cocoa Eve. What's the name of that other one? It's in like a pinky bottle. I always forget the name of it. What I'll do is I'll put the two tans that I go between below. I like Molly May's tan. Her tan's really nice. What is the name of that tan that's going to really wind me up? It's on the tip of my tongue. I will definitely put it below, because I've got to go to my beauty room to have a look. Natural glam or full glam? Both. I love a natural glam, but I do like a full glam on the right occasion, when you can go all in. I get very excited. The last time I think I did a proper full glam was for Halloween, and I bought new makeup from Sephora, and I put it all out, and I was really excited and really enjoyed putting it on. But I don't actually enjoy putting on makeup unless it's actually for a real reason. I start being lazy and like making a mistake. So I wear natural glam most of the time, but I do still love a full glam. Not a question, but girl, I miss you on my screen so much. I truly hope you're thriving. Thank you very much. Yeah, I should be back on your screen soon. I've always got something up my sleeve, you know. Do you miss filming Towie? This is a tricky one, because my answer initially would be no, but there are occasions, i.e. I used to love filming the Christmas special. It was my favourite filming. We used to film for 7 days and do like a long episode. And we would film it in November time, but they'd have to go around and make everything Christmassy. And that was my favourite. We used to go on fun trips and we'd do the most Christmassy stuff ever, like reindeers. And once we went to Lapland, and it was a really fun time. So, and I used to love to filming that with Diags. And I actually see him the other week and I said to him, like, I really do miss filming the Christmas special with him because it was my absolute favourite. We used to have so many Christmas dinners because they'd have to get it for us for the scenes, and I used to love it. That, and then the trips, going on them trips with them, that many characters, you can imagine at one point the cast was about 30 people big, and we'd go to like Marbella, like the early days. Oh my God, the excitement, I can't even express the excitement. Me and Lauren Pope, we managed to convince them to book our hotel separate to everybody else, and we stayed in this hotel. What was it called? Oh my God, my memory. There was a hotel there. It's not even that chic, but we were so excited to stay there, and we had the best time ever. Them trips, I'm never going to experience that again, and I'm so grateful that I did experience so many. I did 12 years, so you can imagine how many trips I went on. The lulls, from the minute you get to the airport, the flight, checking in, every day in the hotel, the banter, and then constant gossip and people around, and that was epic. And I'll be forever grateful to Towie for that, because their memories and their experiences, they're just like, it's so unusual to have that. But now, if I was to still be on Towie, it wouldn't be the same, because all of the people that I started out with and all the friends that I made along the way, they're not on the show. There's only really Diags left. So it just wouldn't be the same. You need GC, you need Bobby, like obviously Diags, and like Arj, and you know, like all the really big characters, Lauren Pope, Vass, Pete, like you need them people, Lockie, all of them people. Sorry if I've missed anyone. Amy Charles, of course, she's still on it. But like all of them people, they made everything so funny. So I don't think I would miss it as it is, but I would definitely sign up if there was an All-Stars comeback and they did a trip. I'd go for sure. Where are you living now? I've just done my house, as I said in a previous question, in Essex, but I am preparing to leave again. I think I'm going to split my time, because when I was in LA, I did miss being here, and then being here, I'm like, it's a no from me. I'm definitely not living here full time, and no way. Would you ever return to Towie? I feel like I've just answered that one, but no. Guys, sorry to cut in. I'm just editing the video and I've realised I must have forgotten to press record. Maddie come up to get some conditioner when I was filming the Q&A, and I stopped it, and then I thought I filmed for about another 20 minutes. I answered so many more questions, and when I've just gone to find the content, it's not there, so I obviously didn't record it. What a div. So sorry. I will do another one next week with the rest of the questions along with something else. I'm not really sure what Wednesday's video is going to be. I'm going to keep Wednesdays fairly open. Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed what is actually there of the Q&A. And don't forget, Sunday, it's vlog day. Sunday night, I'll be sharing the vlog to update you on all of the New York stuff and my week that I had. And yeah, I'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.